Hello, in this video I'm going to give you the best nighttime journal prompts. Why are journal prompts so important to do at night, and what are the best ones that you can do? Stay tuned to this video. Alright, let's get into the best nighttime journal prompts. So first I want to say why nighttime journal prompts are so important. Actually, nighttime is the best time to do journaling, and I think that is because whenever you are getting ready for bed, you want to have your mind as clear as possible. And so that means getting rid of everything that's in your head, and sometimes it's hard to do that because there might be so much in your head. So you might need some guided journal prompts to help you to get those things out. So we're going to talk about that in this video. So the first journal prompt I have for you is the things I accomplished today. When you accomplish things, that helps you feel productive and that helps you feel good about yourself. And that's always a good state of mind to be in before you fall asleep. So this is one of the things you should always journal prompt about every day, because you might even forget. I find that this is true for me. Sometimes I forget some of the things that I accomplished that day, especially if they were things that I did really, really early in the morning when I first got up. I might forget about them by the end of the night. So having a prompt like this will really help me go through my day from start to finish and think of what I accomplished. The next one is things I need to do tomorrow. This is important because a lot of times when you fall asleep, or when you go to bed to try to fall asleep, I should say, because sometimes these are the things that keep you awake, thinking about all of the things that you need to do tomorrow. So there's two ways you can go about this. You can write these in a journal, along with your other journal prompts, or you can actually write them in your planner. And I recommend either one, whichever one works for you. Some people don't like using planners, but I'm obsessed with planners just as much as I'm obsessed with journals. So I actually have a planner for all the things I have to do the next day, and that way I don't have to think about it as I'm laying in bed. So whatever way works best for you, whether or not that is writing in a journal or a planner. The best thing about today. This is an important prompt because everybody knows that gratitude is important. And in the world of journaling, we talk a lot about gratitude journaling specifically. And I personally think that journaling, or gratitude journaling, is probably the #1 journaling method, or type I should say, to help you overall in your life in the most areas. So it's very crucial to get some gratitude journaling in every day, whether that's an entire entry in your separate gratitude journal, which I have a couple of gratitude journals available. I'll send a video up in the thing at the top for you to check that out, because gratitude journals are so crucial that they're almost like their own separate thing. They don't really fit along with the rest of journaling because you're specifically thinking about good things. And so always make sure that you write down the best thing. You might even have more than one, and that's even better. Like when I start my day, I start with 5 of the things that I'm the most grateful for. But then at the end of the night, when I'm doing this specific set of journal prompts, I choose one best thing about the day. Like I kind of try to go to sleep with the thought in my head what the theme was for the day. So the best thing about my day becomes my theme, and that's kind of a really good thing to focus on. It's a great way to be positive. And then the worst thing about the day. So you might be thinking, now why would I go to the worst thing when I just thought of the best thing? And the reason for this is because your mind is going to focus on, maybe not focus, but it's going to find and it's going to show you the things that you are not paying attention to. If it doesn't show you in your conscious thoughts, it's going to show you in your dreams. So what you want to do is get that out and acknowledge it. This is one of the best things about journaling as a whole, is actually acknowledging all of your you know, they call it shadow work, doing all of your, the thoughts that aren't so pretty, you know, the things that you don't want to talk about, the things that bothered you, the things that stress you out, the things that you're worried about. You need to get them out on paper. And there is another way to do this as well, which I'll get into in a bit, but this is a good journal prompt because it focuses on helping you to give a little bit of acknowledgement to the balance. You need balance. You can't really appreciate the good without the bad, and that goes for anything in life. So finding the one thing that you know, this gives you that chance to complain. Like, you get a free pass right now to just go off on the worst thing about your day, get it out. This is so healthy. The next one is 5 things I am thankful for today. So this is an extension on the other gratitude prompt, and this just gets you to think a little more. The other one was focusing on the one best thing, so that was like a theme for the day. And this is more like really stretching your mind. So let's say you had an okay day. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. And you did have, you were able to find one good thing. But this prompt will get you to really stretch your mind and find those things that you would not have normally thought of. So like I said, this is one that I do in the morning, but it's also good to do at night too. So this one is kind of a really tough one. I'll say that, because sometimes you have those days where you really sit there for like 10 minutes and you can't even think of a single thing that you're thankful for. But the more you do this particular journal prompt, the more you will learn ways to find these things to be grateful for. So some examples are, I'm not homeless. You know, I have a family. Or, you know, whoever in your family is still alive. I still have my mom, or I still have my dad. You know, things like that. My car is running. You know, my furnace is running. My air conditioner is running. My refrigerator is running. You know, these are the small things that we have to dig deep sometimes to find. And then the last one is the 5 things that I am excited for tomorrow. This is a crucial one, I think, because it also helps to reinforce that good mood before bed. And it helps you to, like I said, just train your mind to think in a more positive way when it counts. And it counts the most right before you fall asleep. So the only thing is, you might get a little too excited. Sometimes this happens to me. I'll be writing and I'm like, oh, I got a festival to go to tomorrow. And then I'll be sitting there thinking about that for the next 10 minutes. And then I'm so excited, I'm not even tired anymore. So, you know, it's not a bad problem to have, really, because at least you have things to be excited for. And sometimes you might not even have 5. So in that case, maybe you can do one, you know, at least one thing you're excited for at the bare minimum. But it's kind of like the thankful question, you know, 5 things you're thankful for. This question might get you to think of things you're excited for that you wouldn't normally think of. Like, one example would be, I'm excited to eat this food that I plan to eat. You know, that might not be something that you would normally think about. Or I'm excited for a new book that I got coming in the mail that I'm excited to read. You know, even though it's not, maybe, it might not be tomorrow, it might be in 2 or 3 days, or maybe some other time in the future. But if you can't find things for the next day, just go ahead and move forward a day or two and think of things that you're excited for the weekend. Everybody's got things that they're excited for the weekend. So if you want to have a printable version of these journal prompts, I've actually got them in this journal prompt printable. It comes in 2 pages. So it's got this, which is all the prompts that I told you, on one handy sheet. And there's lines so you can write on them. I really love these because they're easy to print off a new one whenever I need a new one. And it also comes with a brain dump page. So I mentioned earlier that when you get all the bad stuff out, you're going to have an easier time falling asleep. You're also going to be less stressed, less depressed, less anxious. And that other page might not give you enough space to write down all of your worries, all of your concerns. So that's what this is for. Just let it all out. This is a freestyle journaling page to just write whatever you want and just let it flow. So this is a printable set. I call it the Nighttime Journal Pages. And again, that is available in my Etsy shop, so you can download that instantly. And the link is down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.